Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Ashley Hurley with this week's LMU Tri-State News Update. A man wanted out of Georgia remains in the Claiborne County Jail after running from local authorities. 38-year-old James Harris of Talbot was driving under the influence when he ran from officers Thursday. Officers performed a rolling roadblock that took 5 vehicles to get Harris to pull over. After stopping the vehicle, Harris was placed under arrest and charged with driving under the influence, third offense, driving on revoked license, violation of implied consent, and evading arrest. He will remain in jail until he is turned over to Georgia authorities. 2 people were in the wrong place at the wrong time and remain in jail today. Officers were dispatched to a residence on a disturbance when they located Brenda Jones and Bradley Lovin. Both face several charges from outstanding warrants issued on them, as well as charges from the investigation. They are expected to appear in court next week on the charges. Officers are paying more attention when it comes to traffic violations, and one local woman is in jail after failing to use her turn signal. A traffic stop was made on the vehicle driven by Carolyn Robertson, but the officer got more than just her failing to use her signal. Upon search of the car, the officer found narcotics. She was placed under arrest and charged with Schedule II drug violation. A Harrogate man who threatened to shoot officers is in jail with no bond. Thomas Johnson was threatening family members and neighbors when officers arrived at his home. He then threatened the officers with a weapon when the officers then had to place him in custody. Johnson is charged with disorderly conduct and is held with no bond. The small town of Pioneer in Campbell County is still shook up after an attempted kidnapping. 6-year-old Skylee Austin was outside her home picking honeysuckles when she said a dirty white van pulled up and a man inside tried to grab her. She then ran inside and told her mother, Elaine Austin. The man is described as having red hair, black sunglasses, a red beard, and a black shirt on. The Campbell County detectives are investigating the attempted abduction. In state crime, the investigation into 7 meth labs continues in Blount County. The meth labs were located Thursday by investigators at a home and inside a vehicle parked at a local business. According to reports, 5 people remain in custody for the labs. Investigators say the bust was the result of tips received from the public, and they encourage more community members to give them information on drug involvement. Local authorities encourage you to contact them with information on drug or suspicious activity by calling 423-626-3385. All calls do remain anonymous. A Speedwell soldier remains in the hospital after suffering injuries from an IED while serving in Afghanistan. U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Charles Necessary was on his second deployment when the vehicle he was riding in ran over an IED last Tuesday. It resulted in a broken pelvis and a lot of internal injuries. The 2006 Cumberland Gap grad has a wife and 3 daughters, ages 6, 3, and 1. Necessary remains in critical condition at the Walter Reed Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. Now let's turn to sports with LMU Tri-State News sports reporter Adam Plyler.
Let's dive in with LMU athletics. Lincoln Memorial University senior golfer Jamie Chapman was named to the 2013 Division II Ping All-Southeast Region team late last week. Chapman was selected 1 out of 109 players across 8 regions. Chapman led the Rail Splitters in scoring average with a 72.67 strokes per round mark. Adding to his honors this year, Chapman was the South Atlantic Conference Player of the Year, helped lead the Rail Splitters to a South Atlantic Conference championship, and finished his career ranked 16th in the nation according to the most recent Golf Stats statistic rankings. Tuesday, the Lincoln Memorial University baseball team held the Unsigned Prospect Showcase at Lamar Hennon Field on LMU's main campus. The showcase provides exposure to college scouts from institutions throughout the region, open to any unsigned high school senior or junior college player eligible to transfer to a 4-year institution. Head coach Jeff Sixeye says this event is a benefit to local players.
Here today is a showcase for all 2013 seniors that have graduated that haven't signed yet, and it's trying to give them an opportunity to if they want to go on and play college baseball. We got probably 12 to 15 other college programs in addition to LMU here represented.
Prospects took place in events including a 60-yard dash, defensive evaluations, and batting practice. This is the 7th year of the event. Staying in camp news, men's head basketball coach Josh Schertz's first summer basketball camp kicked off last week with teams from the tri-state area facing off against one another. Schertz tells LMU Tri-State News why this camp is important to the area.
Day 2 of our 2013 team camp, first session. Going to have games running all day, so have a chance to get in and have some of the local teams from Claiborne County, Bell County, tri-state area, as well as a bunch of teams from out of the area coming in through over the 2 team camps. We got one this week that runs June 4 through 7. We got another one running June 20 through 22nd. We'll welcome about 55 teams in here over those 2 sessions.
For more information on all of the summer camps, go to the athletics webpage at www.lmurailsplitters.com. That's all for sports. Ashley, back to you.
Drivers in Claiborne County, be aware of road construction taking place on US 25E in Claiborne County. TDOT spokesman Mark Nagy says the resurfacing project may take a little longer than usual.
Project on State Route 32 stretches from north of Anders Road to the Powell River Bridge, which is a distance of just under 4 miles. The cost of the project at the present time is approximately $1.7 million. TDOT maintenance forces are doing some milling of asphalt a couple of days a week at this location during daytime hours. The estimated date of completion for this project, or at least when the project is due, is July 31st. Anytime a motorist is in a construction zone, anytime you see any of those orange barrels or cones, you need to understand that there's always the possibility of construction workers being present. Also, when you're driving through the area, take your time, go a little bit slower.
Nagy says construction could continue through the end of September if necessary. LMU Family Night at the ballpark has a date. LMU invites alumni and friends to come out to Smokies Park July 19th for LMU Family Night as the Smokies take on the Jacksonville Suns. The LMU cheerleaders and Abe will join the Smokies mascots Diamond and Slugger for pregame entertainment. Cost of admission is $11 and includes entry to the game and a voucher for a hot dog, Coke, and chips. If you are on the fence about going, it will be Kenny Chesney theme night featuring the country music star's greatest hits. It can also include a free fireworks show to take place after the game. In national news, Tropical Storm Andrea continues to move up the East Coast. It is expected to move up the coast over the course of the next few days. The storm brought heavy winds and tornadoes to parts of Florida before moving into South Georgia. It is the first named storm of the Atlantic season and has lost some intensity since making landfall late Thursday. Forecasters don't expect major problems as the storm moves up the coast, but they say the most vulnerable areas will be the Outer Banks. Thank you for joining us for this LMU Tri-State News Update. For everyone behind the scenes, I'm Ashley Hurley.